Hey, welcome to your Scorpio horoscopes for the week of November 5th through the 11th. And we still have the Sun and Mars in Scorpio. And we are ending the week with the moon sort of bouncing into Scorpio as well. But at the beginning of the week with the moon in Leo is very challenging as well because it amplifies challenges that are currently there as the Sun and Mars are continuing their opposition with Jupiter and Uranus. The moon's placement in Leo makes this a much bigger challenge, and we bring relationships into this challenge, which is always frustrating. Scorpio's focus is on long-term career goals, while Uranus and Jupiter's focus is on the home and the mind and how you think about that. So when we bring emotional disturbances with relationships into that already delicate mix, it's just going to amplify things and make them worse. But that's happening literally right at the beginning of the week, and only right at the beginning of the week on Sunday. By Monday, the challenge goes back down to being in opposition there. Pardon me. So there's a couple of things here that are interesting about this. Annoying as well, but interesting. One thing is Jupiter's influence on the mind and how the mind works. Now, when you get caught in that stinking thinking mode, everything is just impossible. No matter what it is you're trying to do, when challenges come up, it's just more proof that it's impossible to do. And that's your brain tricking you into basically not doing anything for yourself. Believe it or not, we have multiple different situations where other people come in and infiltrate our success. But more than that is this coming in to infiltrate our success. Believe it or not, it takes the little things that you're afraid of and it amplifies them, and you start overthinking it, and you can't walk away from it. No matter what you do, you can't get out of your head, and you can't get past the fact that no matter what you do, your brain convinces you that no matter what you do, you are not going to be successful. And with Mars at the helm here, there's a tremendous amount of energy going into this success. But it doesn't matter how much energy is going into your success if you're convincing yourself that everything is going against you. This is a problem that everybody has. I feel that the water signs, who tend to be a little bit more emotional, do have a way of amplifying this already. So this is happening on purpose in a way. It's coming together specifically in this way to remind you to get out of your head. There is certain things that you need to make sure are set in place, and how and of course your brain does function as an idea machine. It also, by the way, is the place where a lot of your intuition comes through, which we're going to get to that in just a minute. And if your brain is constantly full of your overanalyzation of everything that is going on, convincing you that no matter what you do, this is not going to be successful, your intuition is blocked and it can't come through. And with the Mercury, which is barely out of Scorpio, Mercury does leave Scorpio this week, as well as Mars and the Sun being in a trine with Neptune. Neptune is all about intuition, and it's retrograde right now. Retrograde Neptune means intuition is amplified. It's even stronger than it normally is. And those intuitive ideas are going to help you find a solution to this problem, specifically around your long-term career goals. We all get stuck. And the reason we get stuck is because we spend too much time analyzing it. We spend too much time convincing ourselves that we're never going to make it, that we're just not good enough, that blah, blah, blah. In fact, our brains amplify the traumatic things that people say around us. So we could have somebody say that to us when we're 5 years old. Our brain is the one that's keeping that going. And it keeps it going, and it keeps it going, and it keeps it going. And it's basically giving us an excuse to not move forward, which is really sad, because if you don't move forward, how are you going to know if you're going to be successful or not? Think of all the people, all the chances that weren't taken simply because these people decided to spend most of their time over analyzing the problem and not enough time just getting in there, getting their hands dirty and finding a solution to the problem. It really is that simple. So this trine with Neptune is basically coming through and saying, hey, give yourself some time off, give your brain some time off, give yourself some time to relax, because you can't relax in that brain space anyways. Trust me, it's a lot of energy that's going out too. All that overthinking does take up a lot of energy. And instead, let your intuition guide you. And a lot of times intuition comes through in ways that either it's something that you don't want to do, it's kind of scary, or it is something that you do want to do, but you're questioning whether or not that's just you wanting to do it or your intuition. If it keeps coming up, it's your intuition. Either way, whether it's scary or whether it's something that you want to do, if it's something that keeps on coming up, it's worth pursuing. Ask any successful person if they spent time in their heads going over whether or not this was going to work or not. Chances are they're going to tell you no, because I wouldn't be successful if I did. In fact, specifically, there was one man who's no longer with us. He was English, part of the royal family, actually, slim part, but still part of the royal family. And most people thought he was just an arrogant, very arrogant person. Well, he kind of was an arrogant person, but he did an interview, and this man was very successful all the way up to the top of his profession. Until basically they kicked him out. He didn't even retire. They just said, come on, off with the old and in with the new, sort of a thing, right? But when he was interviewed, he was asked, do you ever doubt yourself? And his answer was no. If I did, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So basically, it is possible to eliminate those worries, just to put them away, put them in a box and say, you know what? I can't deal with you right now. I'm too busy being successful over here. You got to be quiet. Whatever it takes to do that, it's worth it to get you where you want to go. And the challenges just come up to remind you that you have to be bigger than the challenge. And that's it. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a tip or donation through my coffee link. I would really appreciate that. I love all the coffees. Also, check out, you can book now, or I'm working on listing my services on that link as well. So you can book time with me from my coffee link as well, while we get the website stuff straightened out. Trust me, the website's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. Thank you so much for watching. I so enjoy doing these horoscopes for you guys. I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoy providing them for you. I will see you guys next week. You guys, come on, you're Scorpios. Nobody is as awesome as you guys. You got to feel it. You got to know it. You got to wear it. And once you do, the sky's the limit. The world is your oyster. You got the world in the palm of your hands. All you got to do is get rid of that stuff, throw it in the trash, and move forward to your awesomeness. You guys make it a great week. I'll see you next week.